What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Real. I'm your host, Mark Cannon, and today we're going to be going into the August 2022 market evaluation. So let's get into it. So first things first, let me back up and start with a little bit of history. So a balanced market in Phoenix is about 25 to 30,000 homes on the market at one time. So we haven't seen that in a while because obviously all of us remember last year being just nuts. 2020 started and then 2021 it was a frenzy, right? We saw houses going 20, 30, $40,000 over asking, which is insanity. I think the highest one I ever did was 35,000 over asking price and somehow it appraised. I don't know how that happened, but that was just insanity having to offer that much over, and the housing just increased so dramatically. So that's what we're coming from. So a normal market, 25, 30,000, we haven't seen that in several years. So the biggest thing is, what were we at this year? So as of May, we are at about 4,500 homes to 5,000 homes on the market. And then as of now, we're at about almost 20,000 homes. So that's quite a change. And people go, whoa, that's 15,000 or so homes that have come on. It's crashing. No, it's not. All right, I will do another video where I talk about that, whether the market's crashing, what does it mean? And I'll go into some historical data in that video. But for this video, the biggest thing I'm saying is we're not crashing. We're actually normalizing, which is a great thing for buyers. Yes, okay, it's not as advantageous for sellers. Everybody loved when they're selling their home and they can make lots of money. I get it. You can still make a good amount of money if you have equity in your home. If you've owned it for more than 3 years, you probably have equity. So it's one of those that it's still going to be a very good market. It won't be as crazy, which is a great thing for especially new home buyers, first-time home buyers, and so many different other people are trying to get into the market. So that is a good thing. But some people are very hesitant right now. And I say, well, why is that such a change? So to be honest, what's going on is you're seeing a couple of different things. Interest rates going up. Obviously, that changed a lot of things for a lot of people. So buyers have slowed down. We saw investors get out of the market because they said, hey, we see a recession coming. We're not going to invest in real estate. They're not buying into it like they were at the rates last year. So we saw a lot of different things change. People are being more hesitant because of possible recession coming up, which I'll do another video on that. But because everyone's starting to slow down, the market's slowing down. We're actually seeing listings slowing down. We were gaining 1,500 homes a week for a while there, but now we've slowed down. And so it's one of those that it's starting to become a more normalized market. If I had to guess, my estimation, I think we'd be about 25, 27, 28,000 homes by the end of the year. I think that's a good thing. And it might be a little shy of that, and that's fine. Now we're starting to be in a normal market where people can actually negotiate. We're actually seeing, houses sit for a little bit. I think the average days on market right now is about 33, somewhere in that range. And that's a good thing because that means that, hey, we can negotiate. We can actually get some. We're actually seeing people pay down rates. Sellers are paying down rates for buyers. And, we're seeing a lot of different concessions and things now. So that's a great thing. We're seeing people being able to put a contingent contract down so they could sell their home and lots of things like that. So that is really good information and really good things that are happening. So what does this all mean? Right now, some people might be thinking, do I want to buy? Do I want to sell? What should I do? Every situation is different for each person, but I think this is a good opportunity. But if we're being real, most agents will tell you, oh, you should buy now, sell now, sell now. They're always going to be just a salesman. And they're going to say those things because they want to benefit from it. And I get it because that's our livelihood. But if I'm going to be real with you, here's what I would tell you. I would think for the rest of this year, we'll actually probably see housing come down a little bit. Yes, housing is being overpriced right now by a lot of agents and a lot of sellers. So we're seeing some agents go, I can sell your house for this just to try to win the listing. And then it doesn't sell for that because they're being way too optimistic. Or they're just being unreal, with the numbers and not looking at the right prices. I've run into that a lot where realtors have just overpriced houses. But then there's also sellers who want to maximize their value and they're overpricing houses because that's what they want. So we're seeing a lot of that right now. I'd probably say that's probably about 60, 70% of what we're seeing, but we are seeing housing slowly come down. Now, here's the thing. Yes, you could wait. And listen, that's not a problem. Like we could see it wait. Interest rates have kind of leveled out. They're fluctuating here and there, but they're not drastically jumping. Even with this last rate hike, they didn't jump dramatically. So we're sitting around 5%. Which is still fairly good historically. When you look at interest rates, it's actually not bad. We just got so used to having that 2.5, 3% interest rate that we forget that this is actually somewhat normal. So that's a good thing still for buyers. And obviously, if you buy right now, you can always refinance if rates go lower. So that's a lot of different things to think about. But I still tell people it is a great opportunity. Yes, you could wait right now and prices could still come down. I think we will see somewhat of a correction, even though a true correction is about 10%. I don't think we're going to see that. I think we'll probably see more about 5%. 3 to 5% somewhere in there where I think we'll see Phoenix, because here's the thing with the Phoenix market. Phoenix is a more volatile market. You look at a lot of places like where I came from originally, Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina, home prices changed about 100 to 150,000. Here, they changed 250,000 in home prices. So this market is a little bit more volatile. We saw that back in 08, 09. It was one of those that we saw that Phoenix can be a very volatile market. And so for that, we have to be careful. National averages, a lot of these realtors and a lot of these projection people are talking about, oh, we're going to go up for the rest of this year, all this stuff. But that's on a general scale, on a massive scale nationally. But when we're looking at individual markets, Phoenix, we probably will go down a little bit. But the problem is, where does it stop? Because they are estimating that because of how much inventory we have, because typically you want a certain amount of inventory on the market. And, we don't still have full inventory. And we're still having builders having to build to catch up, because in the United States and even in Phoenix, we don't have enough houses for everybody. So because of that, at some point, this market is going to normalize, and then we're going to see the normal 3 to 5% growth in equity. So the biggest thing I tell buyers right now, don't wait. This is a great opportunity to buy. And they're like, well, what if I buy right now and it goes down for the next 3 months? Okay. But if you're playing a long-term play, then it's a good play. Because you're planning to be in that home for 3 to 5 years, you're going to gain equity more than likely. Now, listen, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell the future. But here's the thing, is real estate has been going up for years. It has been one of the safest bets when it comes to investment. You can still get equity. Where they're estimating over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see 3 to 5% growth. So you want to capture that. So now is a great time to buy. It's not worrying about, oh, I might lose money for the next 3 to 5 months. Unless you're planning to sell the house in the next 3 to 5 months, that shouldn't be a concern. So that's kind of where I'm thinking with the honest take here with the Phoenix market. Just wanted to kind of give you some of those numbers. So we're just shy of 20,000. Hope that helps. Guys, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe, hit the bell to notify you when I put new videos on. I'm going to be trying to do this every 1 to 2 weeks. I appreciate you listening to The Real.